Hello and welcome to the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are broadcasting the Hauck Designs ASMR Truck Series this evening, presented by Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. And we are at Talladega Super Speedway tonight, and we are going to be having the Racing with Stacy 151 at Talladega tonight. Thinking of Stacy Tarnowski. And Brian Tarnowski, who obviously races in this league. Truly thinking about him tonight as she lost her battle with cancer this last week. So we definitely want to be thinking about him and thinking about the great organization that he's sharing with us, the trishashop.com/give help donate. That is trishashop.com, TRICIASHOPE.com. And they are an organization that Brian used to really just help cover some finances and stuff for people with cancer who are unable to afford some of those things. So we've got with us tonight, Brian. Welcome to the booth, buddy. We've been thinking about you all week long. How are you doing tonight? Are you ready to get this race started?
Yeah, it's good to kind of get back to some normalcy, with everything going on.
Absolutely, man. Well, we see you up here. You qualified pretty good tonight so far. Looks like you're qualified P8. We're going to get on the track. We're going to be thinking about you all night long. What do you got for these boys? You like super speedways?
Oh yeah, I'm going to work my way up front and see what happens. But yeah, I like these things. I'm pretty good at them. So plus, I got Stacy's wings on the truck tonight. So
Where was our pre-race speech?
we're going to see if that'll take us to the front.
Go fast.
Absolutely. So it looks like those wings on your truck there is going to always bring a little extra to you. And I know you're going to be racing for all you're worth out there. So bring it home in one piece, man. Get up there, get up front, and we'll talk to you after the race. All right.
Yeah, definitely. And once again, appreciate everything you guys do, man. That makes it fun.
Yeah. Hey, before we let you go, tell us, since they're going to extend the caution a little bit, it looks like, tell us what that Trisha Shop Foundation is about. So if people are at home want to donate, what can they do there?
Trisha's Hope, what they do is they help people that are dealing with cancer. They try to help them out financially, pay their house payment, car payment, electric bill, whatever. Make sure that they can still afford meds or anything like that. So they do what they can. So they helped us, and everything for Stace. Stace wanted to get back to them, so that's why I'm promoting them big time so we can help other people.
Not doing the thing.
Absolutely. So that's trishashope.com. It's trishashope.com. Good luck, Brian.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right. Looks like they have not extended the caution like they were planning to at this time. So we'll have to wait and see what is going to happen there. So up front, Nick Burlow in that 88 machine. It's going to be the one. Oh, here they go there. Yep, they have extended the caution. So Brian Tarnowski is going to drive up to the front of the field, and we're going to get a 3-wide salute behind him to remember Stacy Tarnowski. And once we cross the line, we will do a moment of silence for Stacy as we just watch these trucks go around here. So thinking of Brian, we're thinking of everybody and their family, and we just want to remember Stacy Tarnowski and the life she lived and all the people that she touched through that life. these guys. Brian falls back to his starting position here. Appreciate everybody joining us for that lap of silence there for Stacy Tarnowski. And see if we can't get the pole sitter Nick Burlow up here. These guys are in big groups tonight, as you would expect. For race at Talladega, got lots of groups forming up already before the start. And we've got Nick Burlow with us. Man, you're on the pole for this race. How do you feel? What do you got to do to stay up there all race?
So I can get my teammates locked in behind me, hopefully stay out front. I'd rather be way out of front of the big wreck when it happens or way behind it. So I'm already up front, so I'll choose to stay up front as long as I can, but see how it goes, because this track can change in an instant.
Absolutely, it sure can. Well, good luck good luck tonight, and we'll hope to talk to you at the end of the race.
Sounds good. Have a good one.
All right, pole sitter Nick Burlow there, and we will go ahead and run down the running order here. So we got Nick Burlow in the 88, the 404 Dave Gage, the 48 of Eric Norowski, the 7 of Ed Hauck, 93 Michael Overstreet, 32 Darren Clement, the 8 of Robert Honrada, the 5 of Brian Tarnowski, the 16 of Brandon Benedict, the 60 of Cody Schultz, the 61 Daniel Jensen, 27 of Clark Jenikin, the 1 of Scott Bellum, 45 TJ Krober, and your top 15 is going to be the 21 of Todd Cray. And then rounding out the field is going to be Bailey Dutton, Jesse Hedges, David Sparks, Doug Argabright, Carlos Ramos, and Andrew Moletta will round out the field of 21 drivers. And here we go. We're about to be off for this race, and we're going to look at the 88 of Nick Burlow as the pace truck is off. And now he can go only when that green flag comes out. So a long wait as the start-finish line is all the way on after the tri-oval. And the green flag is out. You see that inside line forming up pretty good already. Top as well, but the bottom line looks to be much more organized. You see Brian Tarnowski in the 5 drop down. It's going to be the 48 of Eric Norowski running in P2. He's going to get clear. You see Darren Clement on the outside, 3 wide. Wasting no time. Not going to make it work, though. Looks like he's going to lose some ground in the corner. Now he's got a whole train of trucks underneath him. Can't get down, so didn't make it work. And now the truck up there is going to try to get out next to them as well. 4 wide. That's, oh man, that's tight. That's the 8 of Honrada, the 7 of Hauck, the 1 of Bellum, and the 27 Clark Jenikin. 32's in the wall. Somehow they saved it, but lots of damage between the 32 and the 60. Smoke coming out. Caution is out. And these guys are smoking pretty bad, though, so not sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, we're going to look from the blimp here. No, it looks like I couldn't see who that was from the blimp anyway. Let's get back. What's that? I mean, it was just tight right there. Was it the 21 of Todd Cray, it looks like? Yeah, he just got in there. Got into his teammate there, Darren Clement, the 60, Cody Schultz, nowhere to go. Darren did a good job, really, of keeping that truck up and not wiping out the entire field. You see the 60 of Cody Schultz right here, just driving, nowhere really to go, and can't see who that is right behind him. The 45, TJ Krober, right in the mix of that as well. So lap 1, early caution. Looks like somebody forgot to check their fast repair, so that really stinks. That is one thing that I've been known to do. Unfortunately, it's easy to forget when you're in an early wreck. The first thing you want to do is to get repaired, but you also, if you're in green flag stops, you don't want to have that checked all the time because then you forget about. Might forget to uncheck it when you go down for a green flag pit stop. So just unfortunate. Now he's going to be sitting there for who knows how long trying to get that thing fixed as we're riding around under caution here. You're looking at a guy coming down to get some repairs, and we're under caution. So all right, well, let's see what Mr. Todd Cray has to say about that. Hey, Todd, it's the guys up in the booth, man. We were racing hard early. You guys were coming to the front with the ECM group there, and a couple of you just got together a little bit, and now one of the teammates is back in the pack with fast repair use, man. What do you got to get them back up front here?
Well, we'll work together there. Yeah, it was a little early for me to. It was like the sea parted, and it was just like this big area. So I just kind of jumped in there, and thought we were gonna have a little bit more room, and just touched Darren. Unfortunate, but he's my buddy. You know, we'll recover. Fortunately, they got the fast repair, and we're gonna work together. We'll get him back up front.
All right, so we had Hendrick drivers get together, and then they had a meeting with the owner. Any meetings meetings planned yet?
I haven't heard yet, so I'm still waiting to hear. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be some type of meeting about that one there. But yeah, thought I had enough room in there. You know, just not a real smart move, especially with the team owner. But yeah, all right, Darren.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll let you get back at it. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right, so that was Todd Cray in the 21, and yeah, that's the 32 of Darren Clement that didn't have his fast repair check. So sitting in the pits, unfortunately. And we are coming around to get the 1 to green. See if we can't find. Well, Mr. Schultz is not in here, is he? So I was going to try to get the 60 of Cody Schultz up here, but doesn't look like he's available to talk to right now. Cody Schultz, not Schultz. Sorry about that. I've been calling you Schultz since the beginning of the season. So back out front, we've got the. Well, let me get my standings back up. There we go. We got the 88 of Nick Burlow and Andrew Narowski are your top two. We're 1 to green on the backstretch. Yeah, let's grab, see if we can get somebody. Hey, Michael Overstreet. It's the guys up in the booth, man. You guys are coming down the backstretch here, 1 to green. What do you got for these guys out here tonight?
We'll see. I'm just going to kind of take it easy. You can't win it this early. You know, you got to wait till the last few laps. But, yeah, we'll see if we can keep this track position. Just kind of learning as we go here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we won't keep you too long. Is there any concern for fuel mileage in this first stage here? Are you guys going to be good to go to the end of the stage?
We'll be good to the end of the stage. After that, it's a little questionable. But, yeah, we'll for sure be able to make these 20 laps, especially with this caution.
All right, 10-4, buddy. Well, good luck the rest of the way. Stay clean. Hold that track position.
10-4, buddy. Thanks.
All right, and want to thank Track Cams for all these awesome shots that you're seeing tonight. And if you want to see shots like this, if you're going to be interested in rewatching your races, go to Track Cams and search that on Google, and you can get hooked up. So the pace truck is off. Nick Burlow is going to bring him down again. It's got the 48 of Narowski to his outside, followed by the 93, Michael Overstreet, and Dave Gage for the first two rows. Green flag is out. A lot of these guys working together tonight. So you see that organization on the bottom. Those guys jump out to a huge lead. Looks like the first three trucks are clear going into turn one. And those all three of those drivers are in a chat together. So definitely some counting down going on here. And then we've got the 48. He is not in that chat. He's not in a chat at all either. So he's out there doing his own thing at Talladega tonight and getting a huge push from the 404 right back up to right next to those guys. So there we go. He's getting a shot from the 404 right here. Now, look, you see that inside line coming up on the outside strong. A lot of these guys, it's hard to get a run when there's just those three trucks in a line right there on the outside. Make it four trucks on the outside, but Todd Cray really kind of holding his distance back there. So hard to get a run to get clear. And then we've got like two or three distinct packs here. You're looking at that second pack that's got some of those drivers that are just going to try to hold back a little bit, and that looks to be the 66 of Andrew Moletta, the 26 of Bailey Dutton, 33 of Jesse Hedges. And those are some of the guys that are hanging back a little bit, but you're looking at that two wide battle up front. But 404 staying pretty loyal to the 48 right here of Eric Narowski. And he's really hoping to be able to continue that. Let's go on board with the 404 as he's going to put the 48 three wide down the backstretch. 27 is going to go with him, and they hung him out to dry finally. I was kind of waiting for that to happen, and now he's going to drop like a rock back behind all of those ECM drivers. He's going to try to fall in line, not going to be able to do it. He's going to try to get behind Doug Argerbright in that 14, so just went from P2 all the way back to 15th, it looks like. So now we got those three ECM drivers lined up on the outside. That's Clark Jenikin, your points leader, second in line on the outside. And you're looking at the inside of the 404 where you were. So while we're riding around here, we were going to have just a... Let's see how many... Got 10 laps left of green flag racing before the first stage is out. So these guys are going to start picking it up here. The 93 is pushing pretty hard. Nick Burlow on the bottom. And it looks like the 404 is not quite clear, is not going to be able to get down before the entrance of the corner. But knowing some of these drivers out here, I'm surprised that actually, I'm not really surprised that Nick Burlow hasn't tried it, but kind of surprised if the 404 gets clear. These ECM guys like to control both lanes. So if they can get one or two of those guys clear, expect to see them try to drop to the bottom so they can control both lanes. They may or may not do it here. There they go, right there, right on cue. That's what they like to do, is get up there and control it. Now the 88 and that other team there, they don't much care for that, and they've been known to push some of these ECM guys out of the way when they do this. So if they can get them hung out to dry, you can expect to see it, but hard to do it with that guy on the bottom. And now, you know, with those two guys up front, so Nick Burlow giving a huge shot to the 404. Going to try to get him out there and maybe get a run and get around him, but not going to be able to make it happen. Not quite yet anyway. So got some lapped traffic up ahead with the 45 truck out there. You see the 32, Darren Clement, rejoining the field. Like I was saying, if they, you know, if Nick Burlow would have shot up to that top lane, it's so easy to get shuffled out of that second groove. And these guys catching that lapped truck in a perfect spot there on the backstretch, not having to go 3 wide in the corners. Although these corners are very wide compared to like Daytona, but looks like Clark could have cleared down there, but chose not to. Got a big push down the backstretch. Chose to stay up there so they can control both those lanes, because if he bails out on the 21 back there, then the 21 doesn't have any more teammates behind him. And it's going to be hard to make any ground on that outside and hold your ground, because like I was just saying, it's very easy to get shuffled out of that second groove. Now, it's much more difficult to shuffle somebody from the bottom lane, especially if they hold that yellow line. But somebody in that second groove, you can put them 3 wide in a hurry, and they will fall like a rock. And you saw that with the 48 of Eric Norowski. Some good racing here early. We've seen one incident, 2 teammates going for the same space early, but since then, these drivers have just kind of been minding their P's and Q's and doing a great job here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway. Looks like the 404 is going to get another big push out there. And you can see that they're 2 by 2 for 5 rows deep. Now the inside's going to get some momentum. And it looks like these guys are starting to get a little antsy, getting a little closer to the stage break. About 6 more laps. So Overstreet said they had no problem going to lap 20 where that competition caution was, that stage break. So, you know, they're racing here. They're not holding anything back. Usually on a long run, you might see some guys just riding back in that middle pack, but not tonight. Not worried about that, at least not at this point of the race. And I love these shots from Track Cams 22. Such great work. They put a lot of time and effort into these cameras. And we're able to bring you these live shots from the gold package of the oval. So just pay a couple dollars and you get these. You can run them for your replays, really see some better angles. And they put a lot of time and effort to make these look like the real deal, like you would see on Fox or NBC when you turn on a race on Sunday. And right now, everybody's minding their P's and Q's up in this big pack. Really easy to go 2 by 2 by 2 all the way through the pack like this. Now, when you start getting 3 wide, things start to get a lot more tight, a lot more quickly. But just running 2 wide like this, not super hard behind the wheel. You're kind of just holding it all out. You're having to lift a little bit if you're that, second, third, fourth car in line there. But really, you can make up some pretty decent runs. It's just not a lot of places to go. We saw a couple guys try to work that third lane early in this race, but you have to have a lot of trucks out there to be able to make that work. Right now, we're looking off the back of Nick Burlow. Back at that 93 truck, and you can see the 21 kind of squirreling everywhere. Now the 93, you'd think get up there and push. No, you can't push if you're the third car in line. The old saying is you can't push the pusher. Now something I'm noticing from the 88 there is he's actually hitting the apron almost every time going into turn one. And you see Clark out right there. He could clear down easily if he wanted to, but choosing not to. Now if you see the 21 get cleared, then I would expect them to maybe all pull down, but not at this point of the race. Right now they want to get as many stage points as possible. If they can guarantee those top 3 positions, they're going to do just that. And right now we're coming around to lap 18, so we will be getting the 2 to go in the stage. After the top 10 cross the line, the flag will be out after the completion of lap 20. And so let's hop back and look at Brian Tarnowski's in car. I like what we're doing here, hopping through the cameras, but we're doing the racing for Stacy 151. You want to see how Brian's doing back here. You can see him just kind of minding his distance there, keeping some distance in case something happens in front of him. He's got enough room to slow up. You see Ed going off track there. And I've seen a lot of that. A lot of these guys start snaking down the backstretch or snaking into turn one, just kind of letting their trucks float. You see it again there from that shot, that blue truck of the 93 kind of hit the apron going into 3. It looks like Todd Cray almost gets put 3 wide by the 90, but the 90 gave him a break. Let him back in line. You got to think if that's the end of the race, he's going to take that hole, and that could cause a big issue. But good job on Carlos Ramos knowing this isn't the time, as we just came across lap 19, started lap 19, so this could be the final lap of the stage. You see Dave move up. Yeah, Dave moved up there and almost got pushed. And it looks like that lap car is going to get out of the way. He's going to have the free pass here, so good job on him. You see the 37 coming up the middle. We're 3 wide. That's the 8 of Robert Honrada. And the 27 of Clark Jenikin, 3 wide there. Todd Cray on the outside with Carlos Ramos. And the 88's going to duck to the outside. He's going to try to get to the line. He's got him! 88 Nick Burlow steals the stage win with a perfectly timed slingshot. And there's the caution flag as we are 3 by 3 by 3. Look at these guys. Let's see if they can back it all down without crashing one another. What a stage end. So again, Nick Burlow, Dave Gage, Clark Jenikin, Michael Overstreet, and Todd Cray round out the top 5. And then to get the rest of the top 10, Robert Honrada, Carlos Ramos, Ed Hauck, Brian Tarnowski, and Doug Argabright are your stage 1 points getters. So it looks like these guys are going to come around. They're going to get some pit stops in. And we're going to take a short vocal break. And I will be right back to bring you some live interviews on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. And welcome back to the Electronic Motor Racing Network, bringing you the Racing for Stacy 151, presented by Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. And we have our Stage 1 winner with us. That's Nick Burlow. Man, you had a perfectly timed slingshot on Dave Gage there. Tell us what you saw coming out of 4 and through the trioval.
Honestly, I thought the stage was at the end of 20, so I was going to just stick in behind Dave to one of my teammates, said, go get him. And I said, do I have to wait an extra lap? And he said, no, now. So it was actually good that I waited for him to say that, because I probably would have gone too early and maybe could have side drafted me back and still pulled it off. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to go right when I did, but I guess the stars aligned and allowed me to get up there right at the right time. It seemed close. I don't know exactly what the separation was, but
It was very close. I didn't get the intervals. I took a screenshot of everything but that, darn it. But yeah, it was close. It wasn't by much, maybe a bumper, but he may have been at the beginning of your right or your front tire there. So it was very close. It was perfectly timed. So any fear that you showed your cards too early there?
No, I don't. I mean, that's kind of how everyone kind of gets that last little run in, and plus, I expect the last lap they'll probably be 3 wide. So, unless we get caught up in something, I feel like the ending of the race will be a little more complicated than that. It won't be just 2 trucks going for it right there at the end. But you never know; it could all change. So you just got to play the cards you're dealt and see what happens.
Absolutely, man. Well, good luck the rest of the way. Keep your truck clean. Hopefully, everybody will mind their P's and Q's here and realize that we still got halfway to go.
So, appreciate it, guys.
All right, and there's Nick Burlow. And let's grab Dave Gage, who was the guy that got driven around there in that final section of the track. Man, you got 1 to green here. Don't want to keep you for long.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, got pushed out there quite a ways as everybody got stacked up 3 wide behind you. And Burlow just put a perfectly executed move on there. Did you learn anything in that instance that you can use at the end of this race if that happens again?
I gave him a little too much room on the bottom, but I wasn't pressing too hard. I wanted the stage win, but more so I wanted a truck in one piece. So I let it, I didn't get too aggressive with trying to block it or anything. But it was a hell of a move, so I respect that.
Absolutely, man. Well, we'll let you get back at it. Good luck the rest of the way, and keep those teammates in line.
We're going to try, and we're going to see if we can get back up there. We're back here for a little bit, but we'll get up there.
Absolutely, buddy. You topped off on fuel, so good luck the rest of the way.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
All right, a lot of those guys topped off on fuel there as they came and got the 1 to green. And you can see a lot of those drivers starting with Clark Jenikin in that P10 position. They're all single file back there. That's because they all got penalized and have to start, which means they all stopped for fuel after the 1 to green. As we are back up front, looks like Carlos Ramos has the lead and the green flag about to wave. Pace truck is off. That's the 14, Doug Argabright. And the 90 took the top lane. So, yeah, he is the leader. Carlos Ramos gets the start as the green flag is out. And he got a darn good jump, and he's going to clear down, but these guys are going to have a big run on him. It looks like the 88's going to hold the 14 down, so he's not going to be able to make up there. So it was a big start, but it wasn't too big because the 14's not going to have anywhere to go, but the 88, 21 are going to come with a huge load of speed. And there goes the 88 clearing down, ruining the 21's chances of getting in front of him. And Scott Bellum picks up the 21, but I don't think that's going to be enough to get the 21 cleared. Not this time. So now those drivers that were kind of hanging back in that first stage are up at the front with some of this pit strategy and those guys coming to pit road here. So be interesting to see how this plays out. The 26, Bailey Dutton is up there now. Haven't called his name tonight. Doug Argabright was another one that was holding back. You can see those ECM guys charging up on the outside here. Dave and Clark are back up to their teammate in the 21. The 21 uses the 1 of Scott Bellum to get a push and gets down in front of Nick Burlow. Looks like the 27 is going to latch on to the 1 of Scott Bellum and try to push him out there too. The 88 is all over Todd Cray right here down the backstretch. And they almost wrecked each other going in there, but a great save by Todd and awareness by the 88 to kind of let him go just a hair, but he's back on him again, pushing hard. He does not want to let that one clear in front of him. So the 88 is, because then that would just allow those ECM drivers to get lined up again, and that's the last thing this field wants to see because those guys work very well together. And that is not good. You saw the one blink on the front stretch. That's the second time I've seen that happen tonight, but I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue because it doesn't seem to be very consistent. As now the 93 is blinking, and there they go around the outside. The one's blinking down the backstretch. 27 said, I've had enough. 88's going to come up and try to block, and they're going to start the 3 lanes. What's that going to do to those guys, the 48, the 45? Those guys, they don't have a team alliance with this ECM. Are they going to separate? Looks like the 8's going to be the first one to pull down into that second line. I know if I was the rest of the field, if I was that 45, I probably would have pulled down and let those ECM guys try to drop to the back. Because I know they've got a fast truck, but that's not going to happen. They're powering by on the outside. They just push so well together, it looks like, compared to everybody else. The only other 2 trucks I saw that were hooked together, like the 404 and 27, was when Nick Burlow was behind the 21. Looks like the 93 decides, Michael Overstreet, he's out of here. Drops on the low on the backstretch, going to fall to the back of this. Doesn't like what he's seeing. Probably a smart move. I mean, we're 3 wide here, only a couple laps into stage 2. And you can do this for a little while, but you can see some of this snaking. You know, we got 30 laps. It only takes one driver to make a mistake. Yeah, it looks like the 27 and 404 are going to drop down and shuffle Burlow out if he doesn't find a hole quick. And there's, who was that hopped out of? The 32, a lap down, okay. So the 32 of Darren Clement is back up there now, a couple laps down, but is helping his teammates to get around everybody. So it looks like the 32 is going to clear the 27 there. And the 27 is going to drop down into the lead. That's Clark Jenikin. And now you've got the 32, who is a teammate to those guys, so was able to help them around. But now it looks like the 88, Nick Burlow, not going to be satisfied riding behind those ECM guys. He does not like this game. Says, I'm ready to get back up to the front. I'm willing to try 3 wide, even if I go backwards trying to do it. Robert Arnrada in the 8 right there is underneath Nick Burlow. And those guys are on the same team. So he's actually in the 37 truck. I apologize on the screen. It's supposed to be in the 8, but looks like got a different number tonight. A lot of guys snaking down this backstretch. You see a lot of lane changes. And when you see a lot of lane changing like that, that typically means, you know, a lot of moving parts. And that can cause a big, big issue. If just it just takes one person to make a small error in a pack like this, and it destroys a lot of race trucks. See Scott Bellum moving up to that second groove now. He's done tired of pushing Clark Jenikin. See the 37 trying to go up into that third groove, and they're going to shuffle Scott Bellum out of the way as he's blinking. Nobody wants to work with him. Probably should have just stayed on that bottom, knowing he's got that blinking problem. And here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. First 4 trucks in line are those ECM guys. Darren Clement leads the pack, but is actually 5 laps down. So your leader right now is Dave Gage in that 404 truck. How do these guys always find each other in this style of racing and end up 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom? I mean, that is just unbelievable how they can make that happen. And what's crazy is they are so unselfish, they could care less what order they're in as long as they're together. And right now, those are the only 4 trucks that are clear of the entire lane. Now, when that high lane comes back, I wonder if 1 or 2 of those trucks are going to peel off and try to block it so they can control this race once again. Right now, you see Robert Hunrada leads that outside line with Nick Burlow up there, and if they want to make that move, they need to make it now. But I think right now with just under 30 laps to go, they're going to probably just be content to ride right now and hopefully let this thing come to them at the end and make it a battle amongst themselves. But that outside line of Robert Hunrada and Nick Burlow and Scott Bellum have pushed their way back to the front of this pack. So they are fast trucks, being able to make up all of that ground in just one lap. You see that pink truck on the bottom, that's Brian Tarnowski. Right in the thick of everything, not letting him get too far away. Currently running P10, but he's in a spot right now that he could avoid something if he had to. But also we see him running too wide now, but you see those two drivers on the outside and the WRB working hard together, trying to get clear. Not able to do it yet. Scott Bellum trying to give him some room, but those WRB versus ECM are working hard tonight. He's making these alliances before the race and trying to find your dancing partner. And so far, everyone's been able to find it. Now, Scott Bellum races on his own in this league. Doesn't have anybody else in that chat. And then we've also got Moletta Motorsports. Looks like all of those guys are kind of just riding towards the back here, waiting for the end of this thing. Not willing to be up there mixing it up. And as we've got a wreck, the 88 of Nick Burlow goes around. I don't know that he hit anything, but the caution is out. Boy, if he didn't hit anything, that was a masterful job of... It's like the 32's just pushing hard. Yeah, he's pushing the pusher there. They came down in front of him, so let's back that up another lap because those were the two trucks that were on the outside. Yeah, you see right there going into turn one. They drop down in front of Darren, and he wants to let him know, hey, man, I'm going to push you. And right here, he starts pushing the pusher and just turns him. Wow, look at those drivers making it by. Don't know how they did that. Yeah, that was the 66 of Andrew Moletta that missed him the first time, or the second time. He was the second driver through there. Looks like the 27 was the first one. Let's go back and take another look at that, if we can. There you go. Yeah, I want to get on board with the 27 here, if at all possible. See what he's seeing. You see up there, and all of a sudden you see smoke, and he's like, I don't know. Oh, I think he got pushed. I think that's what happened. I think he got pushed because he was not wanting to go down there. Yeah, you see the damage on the rear. That's a 21 of Todd Cray back there. You're going to see him right there. Gets into the 27. Boy, that was close. And the 66 just... Let's see what he tries to do here. He's riding back, and all of a sudden everybody's on the brakes. And so he's locking up, and he says, I'm going to the inside regardless. Woohoo! Maybe not. Nice job for everybody to avoid that. That could have been a huge crash. But instead, we are under caution, and pit stops are underway now as we... So let's see if we can't get... Let's get Andrew Moletta in here and see what he had to say about that there. Andrew Moletta, it's the guys up in the booth, man. Did you get you a change of underwear during this caution?
Yes, I did.
Man, that was close as it could get. You're looking on the inside there, and then all of a sudden he spins back down.
That was just great footwork on my part. Oh my god. I thought for sure I was going through him.
Yeah, well, you did an awesome job. You're back there trying to avoid a situation like that, right? And then all of a sudden, you're trying to ride back there, keep your truck straight, and you got a guy spinning in front of you. Able to keep it straight, but tell us what you're seeing out there. It looks like a lot of aggressiveness here with 20 plus laps to go still.
Yeah, it's definitely very aggressive up there. So we're just kind of sticking together back here and gonna wait till a little bit later in the race before we try to make any moves.
Absolutely. Well, that makes total sense, man. We'll let you get back to the team, let you guys formulate a plan here, and hopefully we'll talk to you after the race.
All right, thank you.
Yep. All right, so Andrew Moletta, that's one guy with a new pair of britches. Let's see if we can get Clark up here. We're going to get Clark up in the booth and see if we can keep his language clean, man. Boy, that was close, huh?
Oh yeah, I think Todd actually hit me there, saved me. I could be wrong, but that's what it felt like.
Yeah, he definitely sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I've made some aggressive moves tonight. I know exactly what I can get out of this truck and what I can't. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm gonna charge hard here. Maybe not right from the go, but I'll be leading or close to it with 5 for sure.
Absolutely, man. Well, good luck the rest of the way. We've seen a lot of aggressive driving out there from a lot of different people. So we'll no doubt see you back up there. You got some teammates out there. It's amazing how you guys always find each other. So good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, man.
All right, Clark Jenikin. And you can see all these guys coming back down. A lot of them coming back down, topping off with fuel. It's going to be very, very tight on fuel if there's no more cautions. So we've got 21 laps to go. So if they would have tried to make it, that would have been 23 laps to go on a tank of fuel if they didn't stop here with 1 to go. And it'll be interesting to see who can make it. And that's going to leave Scott Bellum in that one truck. So it looks like Scott Bellum is going to be the leader there. And then we've got Carlos Ramos, who is in I don't know that he's in a team either. I don't see him in a team there. And then Doug Argabright, don't see him in a team either. So those 3 trucks up there not associated with the team. The 48 also not associated with the team. That's Eric Norowski. So the first 4 trucks are independent drivers and doing a good job here. We'll see if they can stay up there and maybe work together with one another. That's going to be their best bet, as right behind them they've got WRB in that 7 and the 5, and then Jesse Hedges in the Moletta Motorsports back there. So a bunch of new players to the front. We'll see kind of where it goes from here. And you heard the ECM driver say that he's going to be aggressive, and I would expect his teammates to follow suit for the same thing. The pace truck is off. We'll see how good of a start these guys can get with not being in a chat together. And you'll see it all from the blimp. Bellum takes that green flag, and he's way out there. So is he going to drop down, or is he going to stay? So far, he's staying outside. And he's still going to stay out there and hopes to get that 48 of Eric Norowski out there, and Eric's going to push him. But here comes that inside line strong. You can see those 4 trucks lined up on the bottom, only 2 on the outside. See that racing for Stacy Chevrolet in 4th position there. Brian Tarnowski. It's a lot more calm with only 3 trucks on that outside. But as I say that, here comes Todd Cray in the 21. The 404 jumped up there as well. Just like that, the outside lane is formed. That's the 61 of Daniel Jensen behind the 404. We haven't called his name tonight. Definitely want to give him a shout out. He's stayed clean. He's kind of ridden in the back most of the race, but it looks like he stayed pretty clean, safe, and is going to try to work his way forward here in the last parts of the race as we're under 20 laps to go here. We're going to look up there at that 21. That's going to be the truck to watch, I think, because he's got a teammate behind him. And as we said, as we got going back to green here, a lot of these guys up here don't have teammates. So I would expect to see the 21 try to poke through the middle here. Looks like the 32's around on the backstretch. No caution. He is 6 laps down right now. No, just a single car incident for the moment. And here comes the 5 of Brian Tarnowski on the outside. He's got his teammate Ed Hauck behind him. Brian's got his teammate Ed right behind him in that 7 truck. And they're 3 wide behind him. Here comes the Robert Hunrada truck. The 37. He's the 8 on my screen, so that's what was throwing me off. So it looks like he's got some help with the 88 behind him. Hard to get that third line going we've seen tonight. Just you know, especially when there's 21 trucks on the track right here, but just trying to hold 3 wide, you're going to have to divide that up pretty evenly. And right now, Brian Tarnowski pokes his head out to the front just a little bit. And you better believe this 7 is squirrely, almost gets up into Robert. And these guys are snaking really hard. Ed especially needs to just hold that steady there and give Brian a push. Yeah, Ed not comfortable in the middle right here. You can just tell by looking at his truck. Looks pretty unstable. So far, no mistakes, though. He's going to give the 5 a push here off the corner. As the 8's going to go from the high line, and he's going to try to bring that 88 with him. I don't see him trying to bail out on that teammate that pushed him up to the front. Brian leads another lap for Stacy. He said he's got those angel wings on that truck tonight. We'll see how far they can take him. That's the 90 of Carlos Ramos on the bottom with Doug Argabright pushing him. Jesse Hedges right behind him. And then another Moletta Motorsports, the 26 of Bailey Dutton. And I am impressed with this 3-wide racing. This is not as easy as it is at just running 2 wide. It is a wider track than Daytona, but doing a great job so far. And this is 3x3x3x3x3. Oh, almost a wreck in the Brandon Benedict. And the 16 was somehow able to collect that. Unfortunately, he's going to lose the pack here. But he's got another pack behind him that has fallen off of this pack a little bit. That's going to be the 60 of Cody Scholl. And the 61 of Daniel Jensen. So he's going to be able to fall back to those guys. But that's going to break up that middle pack a little bit because that's where he was running at. So this is your entire pack besides 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 trucks. The entire field runs under a blanket. With 14 laps to go. Going down the Alabama gang super stretch. 7 giving a good shot, but that outside with the momentum. And you could see that the Robert Honrada truck has dropped all the way to the bottom now. He was able to get clear when we were looking at that incident with the 16. So with only 3 trucks in the middle, they're holding strong, but the 88, a strong push on the outside. He's going to be able to clear. He clears down, goes to that second lane right now, and that's where he's going to stay till the inside line comes on the bottom here down the super stretch. Now Burlow working the lines, goes back up to the top. Right back in front of the Norowski in that 48. And there's Brandon Benedict right back up in the middle there. 4th truck in line, that red one. So he was able to catch the pack. Running 3 wide like that, they throw a big wake off of him. So it's like, think in the air like a big wake. If you've ever been in a boat, you see the wake coming off the boat. Well, the air does the same thing off of those big fins on the back of these trucks called spoilers. And so if you can get in that wake, you can go much, much faster. Now it looks like it's gone down to 2 lanes so far. It looks like the 88 Nick Burlow pushed by the 21 of Todd Cray, and then the 27 Clark Jenikin. And then on the inside, it's going to be the 5 of Brian Tarnowski pushed by the 7 of Ed Hauck, and then Robert Hunrada right behind them. So, and they're going to try to put Nick Burlow in the middle 3 wide, but he's got help with Scott Bellum in the 16 of Brandon Benedict right there. And Norowski's going to go with those ECM boys. They are clear of Nick Burlow, and we're coming up on lap traffic. That's the 32 of Darren Clement getting ready to go another lap down. Saw him get something happen when we first got back started. Lost the draft, and they have caught him. And they're going to catch him in the corner while they're 3 wide. And Norowski is going to be the only truck there. They give him a break. He's going to be able to get down if he wants to, and they do. So they're going to just pass him 2 by 2 by 2. So that kind of broke up that outside line. It's going to be interesting to see if they can do it again. And as I said, that Brandon Benedict goes right back out there, and there goes the 88 with 10 laps to go. And the 21 off the track somehow saves it. What a save. And Brian Tarnowski able to give him room to come back up on the track. And here they go pushing down the backstretch. It looks like a huge push from the 1 to the 27. And they squirt way out front. Both of them are clear. The 27, there's a crash. That's the 5 of Tarnowski pushing the 21, and then the 7 just tried to push the pusher, it looked like, from my first glance there. Hard to really say, but let's go back and take another look at it. All right, well, let's go back and take another look here. So it looks like the 33 got hit by somebody. That's what started that. Looks like the The 33 and the 7 came together there. Oh, it was netcode. It was it was the 16 upside down. It was total netcode. If you go to far chase here, you'll see the netcode on the 33. Right there. I mean, there was a half a truck in between them, and gotta love iRacing. You know, as much as these guys and we pay for this service, you know, you'd think there'd be a little bit less of an issue with that, but unfortunately, that is part of iRacing, and you know, online racing, as you can see, nothing Brandon could do except go for a ride there. Tears up lots of trucks. Brian Tarnowski looks like he disconnected due to incoming packet loss. So he is back in the session, though, loading back in. Unfortunately, that's going to be the end of his race, though, unless we can get him some waiver rounds. Let's see if we can ask Jesse what happened there from his perspective. Hey, Jesse, it's the guys up in the booth, man. Just got to look at that replay. Looked like just netcode, and nothing you could do about it. It was big time netcode, yes, sir. You had a half a truck behind you and a half a truck to your inside, and then it just hooked you left. So, unfortunate. You had a fast repair. We see you coming back onto the track here now. Tell us what it's going to take to get back up there now. Put that behind you.
I'm going to have to link up with my team, and I'm going to try and push whatever line is the fastest. And so far, them guys that run up top get the line moving pretty well. So I'm going to try and run up top again. But, I mean, it's always hairy here, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are doing a great job holding on to it 3 wide for, 10 laps there at least. Before a netcode caused a wreck. So you guys can do it. That outside line, you got to be hooked up tight. So tell those teammates to pack that nose right on your tail, or you pack it on their tail. So
that's it. That's what I've been telling
you
them.
Up there.
All
right, buddy. Well, we'll let you get back at it. Good luck the rest of the way, man.
Thank you.
All right, that's Jesse Hedges. You saw him there. He's currently running P15 after that incident. Got a brand new looking truck there, so still plenty of time to work his way back up there with 8 laps to go. Going to be 7 as we cross the line and take the 1 to go here, but plenty to go. And let's get Mr. Benedict. Brandon Benedict, it's the guys up in the booth, man. We saw you go for a ride. Is your helmet okay?
No, that one hurt. That one, I didn't let go of the wheel. That one shook me pretty good. So.
Yeah, I hope your wrists are okay for not letting go of the wheel. You're an old school driver by doing that.
Yeah, I got doored pretty good, and I don't remember which way was up there for quite a while. So. I'm.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck the rest of the way. You've got a new truck here.
Yep.
And sitting pretty good. You have a fast machine, man. So good luck the rest of the way, all right?
Yep, sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks.
Oh, Ed's wheel disconnected.
Oh, no. Is that what happened?
He's been having hardware issues all night. He's been shifting with a keyboard while driving with the wheel, so.
Oh, my gosh.
He's been fighting it all night, and then it just disconnected there and turned him left, so.
Well, at least it didn't do that in the middle of the pack, I guess.
Yes, agreed.
So, all right, buddy. Well, good luck the rest of the way, Brandon.
Yep, see ya.
Well, that is unfortunate for Mr. Ed Hauck and the 5 of Brian Tarnowski, who is now, looks like he is back in this session, but still in the pits. And so we're going to get Mr. Brian Tarnowski up in the booth here. Just has to be pulled up. So we got Brian up in the booth, man. What happened there? Did you just lose connection?
No, I lost connection after I wrecked. I'm going to go back and look. I don't want to really point fingers at the 21, but
it was netcode. It was complete netcode, Brian.
Well, he was in front of me, and then he was slowing me way down. And then when the wreck happened, everything just froze up on me at that point. So, but I'm going to go back and look. I don't know if the 21 was holding us back to let all of his teammates ahead of him or what, but yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, I saw you guys, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty much
So
done. I'm pretty much done for the race.
Okay. Well, go ahead and pop up the live stream here, and we'll call it and let you call it with us. We got 7 laps to go here in the Racing for Stacy 151, and the pace truck is off. So we've got Clark Jenikin out front, Scott Bellum, and Clark is going to be pushed by that 21 machine. You're looking from the blimp. Both of the Clark is clear. 21, not quite. Scott Bellum able to hold it out there. And the 21 is going to fall like a rock because there is nobody coming up to help him. Big run from the 66, but he's not going to go anywhere with it. Just kind of stays on the bottom. Probably could have moved up quite a bit up there. Looks like the 21 still up there. Is going to have some help now, though. That's going to be the 404 Dave Gage's teammate. They're going to go to the outside of Scott Bellum here. And Brian, you were in the middle of this. You saw this all race long. These guys get hooked together, and it is just impossible to keep them behind you almost.
Yeah, that high line, if there's enough up there, definitely get it working. But I know the 88 is hungry. He's had a rough start to this year, and I know that he's going to be pushing hard to finish this thing out for sure.
Yeah, he had a great move on Dave Gage at the end of stage 1. If he can get another one like that, I mean, he's got a good chance, and he's in a perfect position. I mean, you almost don't want to be the leader coming off of turn 4 because there's a good chance you're not going to make it back.
No, especially on the inside because that outside line will drag you back. I was doing it when I was in the middle when I was leading there for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see the 78's going to shoot to the bottom. It's David Sparks to the lead, able to separate those ECM drivers. And now Todd Cray's going to get put in the middle, and those WRB drivers are going to try to team up. That's Robert Hunrada, Brandon Benedict, the man who was just on his lid, and is able to come back with a fast repair. Absolutely. Now the 78, he's going to have a tough time with those drivers behind him. You see Dave Gage just ditch him there. Now you got Clark Jenikin behind him, but if he holds that bottom, it's really hard to get pushed out of line here. It's going to be if he starts to try to block those other lanes, right, Brian?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But see, like the 21 here, see how he's going up and down now? Because he has his so now all three are pulling. So we'll see. We'll see what
Dave.
Yeah, we'll see what they're going to do. I guarantee you, Henrada and that 88, they're not going to play around with those guys. And we all know what that 93 will do. So
absolutely, he's got a lot of damage on his truck right now, but he's always a contender when it comes here, and he's going to try to go up and block that third lane. Dave not going to have a chance. 4 wide. Dave squeezes him, says, "I'm not lifting. Sorry, buddy. We are with, three laps to go."
Oh, there they go. There they go.
That looked like the 88 on the bottom. Not sure what happened there.
Might have to look back and look.
See. I was in a bad camera angle there.
Yeah, it looks like the 21 and the 93 might have got together, being 4 wide there.
The 26 is what I see on my screen there next to the 93. The 66 and the 14 are the ones that started that, so they weren't 4 wide, or maybe they were. So 2 separate wrecks, okay. So let's go up here and see what happens. So Todd Cray on the very outside, 4 wide. The 93 and the 26, that's who I thought. But yeah, you're right. That was 2 wrecks there, Brian. So weird to see. Yeah, the 93 and the 26 just ran out of room. I'm not going to call that one right there net code. The one before maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That 14 and 66 is hard to tell there from the angle I have. The 93 and 26, they were just riding close quarters, and got into each other. Let's take another look here. We're on board with Robert Unrada right here. And yeah, just nothing. You can't get anything out of that view, but yeah, unfortunately, Brian, that's going to be the end of the day for quite a few drivers. The 93s doesn't have a fast repair, I don't think. Oh, yes, he does. He just got fixed.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had a new one or not. I'm assuming the 21 has one.
Those are both passing under yellows.
I think the 8 might have one too. I don't think he used his either.
Yeah, we'll just go down pit road here and see. So, yep, there goes the 8 off of pit road, Robert Unrada. So it looks like the 66 of Andrew Moletta is out. Brandon Benedict is out. Ed Hauck in the 7, and then of course, Brian and Darren.
Yeah, Ed he was having wheel issues to start, and then looks like his wheel disconnected on him. So that's what happened with Ed.
At least it didn't happen when he was in the middle 3 wide.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
And so we will have a green-white checkered for this race. And don't look now, but Clark Jenikin in that 27 out front again late in one of these races.
Yeah, we need to find out what he's doing, because I need to know what he's doing.
He's cheating, Brian.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna say that. He's actually real good. He's helped me out quite a bit between last year and this year. But yeah,
he's an okay guy. But I'm gonna call him cheater.
All right, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, no, when I was running the middle there and I was leading, next thing you know, I looked to my right and there's 27. I'm like, really?
Yeah, he's diced up through this field a few different times, but he is going to have a teammate, but they're not going to be able to line up on the same row. But as you know, I would expect to see those two guys get together pretty quick. But how about an attaboy to David Sparks up here in the 78 truck? No team to be associated with here in the league, but running great up there. Scott Bellum, the 1, also not running with any teammates here, and is doing a great job all race. Has been up here all race long. And so those two guys doing an awesome job. And then Bailey Dutton running P6. Daniel Jensen in 7th right now. Jesse Hedges, Cody Schultz, and Todd Cray round out the top 10. So this guy's doing an amazing job. You know, David qualified in 18th in that 78 truck, and he's out here battling the big boys, Brian. That's what this track can get you to do, right?
Oh yeah. Well, you saw me. I led some laps day too, you know, and wherever we go next week, then it'll probably be a different story again. But yeah, but I think if the 93 and the 88 and the 8 get together here quickly, I think they're just going to push their way to the front and be done. You know, I don't care. I don't think it's going to matter who's in front of them.
Yeah, and we will definitely have the advantage of seeing that. And that should put his teammate behind him, right?
Yep.
So that's going to put the 404.
I tell you what, though, Dave, I don't think wants to see Clark win another one either. So that might.
I think they're going to work together to somehow
for one lap. For one lap, but I think after that, I think Dave's going to go and.
Well, here's what I think is going to happen if they have the chance. If they had their perfect scenario, that Clark's going to lead them to the tri-oval, and then he's going to go up to that 3rd lane and try to let Dave go through on the inside.
Or he's going to try to jump down and back up that bottom lane.
That's a risky situation. I mean, they try to do that to let all 4 drivers get clear, and I know because I was a part of some of that last year and even before that. So, they try to get all 4 of those drivers, and they'll back that line up a little bit. But I think here with green-white checker, they're not going to play that game. They're going to push each other as hard as they can, and then see if they can't get Dave locked into the playoffs here. But we'll see. You know, they're out there with 16 other drivers right now, and they all want to win too. So it's not just those 2 guys out there. You know, they're good at playing this game on these plate tracks. But like you said, Brian, they've got a lot of guys out there that have watched this movie before. They know what's about to happen, and they're not about to have the same ending to it. So we'll see what happens. And then there's other guys, new guys to the field, like David Sparks, Scott Pelham, Bailey Dutton, Daniel Jensen, those guys, they haven't seen this movie before, so we'll see if they can, throw a wrench into the ending and hopefully pull out a win for their team and everybody watching for them.
Well, the 78's got to get up here a little bit. The one's got to get right up behind them. If he can get the one and the 88, they won't let the 27 even come down. But I think they're too far apart at the moment.
Well, and they can jump so far ahead right here. I think you're going to see it. The 27 and the 404 are going to take off at the same time, being teammates and doing a countdown here.
No,
we'll see.
Nobody does that. That's unfair to everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's unfair to everybody. I'm sure you've never done that either, huh, Brian?
No, because I've never been in the lead.
All right, green flag's out, and as we expected, both those guys, huge jump. And now here they go. They're going to clear to the bottom. But that is going to open the door to the rest of the field. That's Nick Burlow back there. The 78 is going to try to get a good start. The 26 is the one, sorry, got down. And I wonder who Nick's got behind him. Does he have a teammate back there?
Yeah, they can't
so
play.
So far, he doesn't.
They can't play around too much, though.
Oh, absolutely not. Nick Burlow not going to play around. He's going to the top 3 wide, no help. And that's going to stall that second line out, and that's going to be exactly what the 27 wants to see. Looks like the 61 is going to try to go. He's got the 26 of Dutton to his inside. And here we go. We got the white flag waving in the air. No caution right now. The next flag is going to end the race. One more lap to go. Presented by Butt Kicker. 27 on the bottom, pushed by the 404 Dave Gage. Those guys are teammates. They're going to try to play this game. Scott Bellum, not a teammate, does not care what their plan is. He's in it to win it. Put on a clinic last week at Bristol Dirt and is looking to make a move here, and he's to the outside. There's a wreck behind. Green flag still is in the air. Bailey Dutton giving Scott Bellum a huge push on the outside down the backstretch. Look out. Here comes Nick Burlow on the outside. 3 wide. Going through turn 3. But Clark Jenikin out front right now. Who's it going to be? That's the 93 pushing, and Clark's around. And Nick Burlow has the 93. And Nick Burlow's going to hold on for the victory. And then we've got some crashing behind him. Scott Bellum and the 404 getting together, but Nick Burlow puts on a clinic on how to pass on the last lap.
I don't want to say I called it, but I called it.
Yeah, you did. He did that on the last lap of stage 1 and does it again here for the win.
I told you if the 93 and the 88 got hooked, they weren't going to care.
Yeah, and they didn't. They definitely brought it home. Well, I don't know where Nick went. He just disappeared on my screen.
He's in 3 and 4, I think.
Yep, so let's go back and take a look what happened on the backstretch. And unfortunately, my iRacing just crapped out on me. So, yeah, let's look at the backstretch here. You see the 66 or the 61. Hard to tell which one that is. So, 61, Daniel Jensen. He gets the 21 inside and just they get pinched there. I don't think that was anybody's fault. Just racing hard on the last lap of Talladega. And then big wheelie by Todd Cray. So unfortunate for these guys who were looking for a good points day. They're going to get it spun around, so let's go up a little bit. Oh my gosh. Plowed into each other on the backstretch. Don't know if that was... Yeah, so we're still green, and these guys are trying to get through. They're 3 wide and just... Wow, that stinks. Stinks for a lot of those guys. So let's go ahead and, Brian, let's get some of these guys up here. Let's get Nick Barlow first. Nick, it's the guys in the booth, man. You made an awesome move there at the end. You and the 93 got hooked up. Congratulations on the win. You weren't going to be denied with those ECM teammates trying to play that game. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it. That was an intense last restart right there. Got shuffled back, but I had Overstreet behind me, and I owe him like 1,000 now after that one, for sure.
Yeah,
Helped
he
me big
definitely
time.
gave you a solid push and didn't even try to pull out there. Did he let you know that he was going to push you to the win, or did he tell you that he might pull out, or did he tell you anything?
He just told me to go high. I mean, I understood whenever just me and him out front, it's every man for himself. So I wouldn't have faulted him at all for going for it, but I can't be mad today. But he didn't. That's for sure.
Absolutely, man. He played definitely played the teammate game today. Tell us what it means to win for your teammate Brian here for this special race named after his wife Stacy, and just racing for Stacy 151. What does it mean to win this one?
It's huge. I wish I could do more for Brian, especially being so far away from where he lives. But I'm just glad everyone has been putting this stuff together for him in honor for him. There's been a bunch of races for him outside of here. It's just good to see the whole sim racing community just get behind him. It's actually extremely awesome to see. So I'm just proud of everyone and everything that they've done for him. It's great to see.
Absolutely, I couldn't say it better myself. So, well, man, congratulations on the win. Good job locking yourself into the playoffs here. And we'll see you next week, and hopefully we'll get you back in here for a post-race interview.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
No, I'll talk to him off thing because there'll be words that we can't broadcast here. So all I can say is, Nick, man, I said if you and the 93 get hooked up, you guys ain't gonna care, and you're gonna win it. Damn right. That's what we did.
It worked.
All right, thanks,
I
Nick.
dedicate this one to you and
Congratulations.
Stacy.
All right. Thanks, buddy. All right, so there's your winner, Nick Burlow. Let's get Michael Overstreet in here. He pushes his teammate to the line, and he didn't even pull out of line there, Mike. You held in line and just went ahead and pushed Burlow all the way through. Congratulations on that podium finish.
Thank you. Yeah, eventually I'll win one of these things. No, man. You know, I was committed to pushing him. It was either going to be me or him, or we were going to wreck, one or the other. No, by the time I realized I was clear, it was too late. There wasn't going to be anything I was going to be able to do. So there was just so much chaos going on in that last lap, as typical Dega. But yeah, man, that was a pretty eventful last 15 laps or so.
Yeah, we're watching the replay of your onboard right now, and you missed that last wreck on the backstretch, and you come up, and Burlow just happens to be right there. I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better for you guys. And definitely those racing for Stacy wings coming in play there. You guys get the win for Tarnowski and the team. And we're taking another look at it from the overhead here. You guys both squeak around that. You're way down on the backstretch. What's going through your mind? You come back up and you see your teammate, and you just pop out to that second lane like, "Hey, buddy, let's get to the front here. We got seven cars in front of us, but I don't care. Let's push around them."
All I gotta say is it's a good thing I didn't decide to go to the second lane when I came back up. I had no idea he was there until I saw him and he was in front of me. But that right there, I saw that one and then this one, and both right in my rear view mirror. I mean, there was no way I was going to be able to make a move on Burlow. But the whole time I was like, let's get that third lane going. Now's our chance, you know. And so, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on that. Is there anybody you want to thank out there or mention before we let you go?
Absolutely. First and foremost, Brian. I know that it's been a very difficult week for him. And myself and my wife Katie and Ed are all going to go out there for the wake this week and the funeral as well. So, other than that, Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, Balsam Lake Hardware, my lovely wife for letting me do what I do on my Mondays. And I think this will be the last one of the season for me. So not too bad of a way to finish it off. 2 second place finishes, so not too bad.
Absolutely not. Well,
Well, I
congratulations
gotta
on the win.
babysit, so
Okay. So
it just so happened that these 3 or 4 races that I've done all just happened to be in a row that I said from the beginning of the season that they were going to be the races I was going to do. So I'm sure I'll pop in. Next week I won't be around at all just because I don't own the track and I can't justify spending the $15 on getting the track just to watch everybody else do it. So, but
well, you can watch it on YouTube.
Right, exactly.
So, all right, man. Well, congratulations on the finish, and we'll see you around.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you much.
All right, thank you. All right, so Michael Overstreet comes home P2, and then had a little drama here at the end with the 404 and the 1 car. Sorry to interrupt your stream there, Dave. I apologize for that.
You're good.
Get you pulled up here.
Oh
Man, everything was looking pretty good, and then you turn. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, Jesse, I was going to say, hey, one, good job on turning that 27. He didn't need to win again. And second, were you going to let him win? I guess is the question.
Well,
or were you going to hit that middle and go?
What we have here is a failure to communicate. I was pushing. I got him clear of the car above him. I thought he was going to slide up into in front of the car in front of him so I could try to shoot down the bottom. I moved down a little bit to go there, and he didn't go. And by that time, it might have been just a little late, and off he went into the pits. So it wasn't anything malicious by any means, but it sure was miscommunication and probably 100% my fault. So Mr. Clark, of course, I do apologize. Very uncool of me. It did make it awful exciting because all of a sudden he was gone and I was flying all over the track trying to hold on to the truck. It was definitely a crazy finish. But honestly, when we were running, when minus the couple of yellows we had there, it was a lot of really good racing.
Yeah, it looked like it. You guys. Yeah, you guys were close all night long. We're looking at the backstretch here right now. You guys were pushing hard. You were getting pushed hard. The one side drafting super hard. And then all of a sudden, you see the 88, 93 coming just up on the top 3 wide.
Nowhere, yeah, they were fast. Well, Nick, look, no lies, Nick was fast all night long.
Yes.
At one point or another, he was behind me. There was another time where he was in front of me. We were all around each other the whole race. And he when he was behind me, I think it was Clark and Todd were above me. He was pushing the living heck out of me. It was really impressive how fast that front group was going. And then we played a little bit of strategy. We tried, honestly, after the pits to go back in, top off, and go all the way to the back of the pack, but then the entire pack followed us, so that didn't work out. But we proved, ECM proved a couple times tonight that if we put us together, we start, pushing, and we were going straight to the front. We were fast all night. It's really unfortunate I turned Clark at the end there because we could have had at least a 1-2, and it would have been really cool, but Dave happens. It's my fault. It's okay.
Hey, I tell you, it was you guys versus us. It seemed like tonight. We were going to the back, and we come to the front. You guys go to the back. We come to the front.
Yeah, for sure. We got 3 wide for a while there, and I knew it was all of you guys up front. I knew it was all of y'all up front, and you guys were trying to control, and you just about ended up 4 wide a couple of times.
I know. But I told these guys before. All of a sudden, I look at my right window, and I see a 27, and I'm like, why? Why?
Yep. Oh yeah, no, we were on a mission, and we were going. It was really fun. I mean, the team ECM is got a bunch of great drivers. Those guys are a whole lot better than me, so it was actually really fun for me to be up with them all night, pushing towards the front and stuff. It was a lot of fun. There were some really scary moments, though. Let me tell you, there was more wiggles in that line than a strip club, so it was nervous to be, especially when we were in the middle. We done squeezed up on there, and couple times I almost got into the wall. So there was some Code Brown moments. But overall, the whole field did great tonight, honestly.
Yeah, I think Jesse, you could. What was it, the 78, the 1, the 26? I think was there at the end. I mean, those guys were rolling too, man. Those guys are definitely giving her.
And Scott had a damaged truck. I don't know how the heck he stayed up front for all of that with a damaged truck, but he was running like hell. It was him and I coming up to the line at the end. I got into him. I didn't even mean to. After I got into Clark, my truck was upset and it was flipping and flopping back and forth, and I was holding on for dear life just to get to the start-finish line. And I think I got into him like once or twice right at the end there. I really didn't even mean to. But I sure did. After I sent Clark flying, it was hold on and hope for the best. I was surprised I stayed in top 3, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, it was a good race, and Dave, Brian, we appreciate you guys joining us here. We'll let you get back to your driver chats, and
Yep,
appreciate you guys.
It was a great race, guys, and I'm looking forward to watching the broadcast. I got to see it from behind the wheel. Now it'll be fun to sit at work tomorrow and watch it sitting outside of that.
Absolutely, man. Well, we hope you enjoy it. So you guys have a good night. Congratulations on the podium finish there, Dave and Brian. We're all thinking about you and praying for you as you have another tough week upcoming.
Yeah, definitely. You see me wreck out, man, bring me up. I'll join you guys for a while. You know, if Overstreet can't make it or something, you know, this was actually kind of fun. You know,
it's a lot less stressful.
Well, yeah, you know, but really, Dave, I think the 27 needed tires. Being right behind him, you probably should let him know that. So,
well, I mean, I sent him right down the pits for the tires.
I know.
mean, hey,
yeah.
What more could I do?
So, all
right, you guys have a good one.
Night.
Yeah, I'll have a good.
All right, and we appreciate those guys joining us there tonight. So, but we're gonna get wrapped up and get out of here. And so we appreciate you all joining us from Talladega Super Speedway. And congratulations to Mr. Nick Burlow and Michael Overstreet and Dave Gage on their podium finishes. A special shout out to Scott Bellum, Jesse Hedges, Robert Hunrada, David Sparks, TJ Krober, Eric Norowski, and Daniel Jensen on their top 10 finishes tonight. My name's Jesse with the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We thank Butt Kicker for joining us. Go out and get you one of those, and we'll see you guys next time at the Charlotte Dirt Track.